We're now joined by Deborah Aschendorf, was previously a patient at one of the hospitals in Hackensack Meridian Health. First of all, Deborah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Deborah, you were a nurse in Brooklyn, and you were diagnosed with lymphoma. Describe exactly what you were dealing with.
I had primary mediastinal diffuse B-cell lymphoma. It's a type of a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is typically in like the chest region.
How did it impact your life? This is within a week. Okay, I want to be really clear. You had your fourth child after this?
I was diagnosed while I was pregnant. Yeah, and I started treatment the day we had a C-section. So I had the C-section first, and then I started treatment later on that day.
And you go through several rounds of chemo as this is happening, and there are a whole range of people that have been impacted by cancer, different forms of cancer, whether a family member or they themselves or patients. Describe that experience.
It was definitely challenging, especially the type of regimen I had was 4 days, 96 hours inpatient of chemo, so continuous chemo. And then I was home for 2 weeks. So just in general, I had a newborn, which I wasn't even able to be with for those, few days of the week that I was inpatient. And then coming home exhausted and just trying to be able to take care of my other kids, the newborn, and just manage life. It was impossible.
So you're a nurse, but then you get introduced to, and let me disclose that HMH, Hackensack Meridian Health, is a healthcare underwriter of our programming. You get introduced to CAR T treatment, a new treatment at the time, back in 2017, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
What is CAR T cell treatment?
Basically, they, in like the shortest form I could think of, they take your cells, your T cells, they reprogram them to attack the cancer, and then they reinfuse it. So basically your T cells, your immune system looks for the cancer and it kills it directly.
How did it play out for you?
This treatment was used because I had relapsed from my initial course of treatment. So this was, and then a second line also did not work. So this was my third line of treatment. And I had a full remission from it. It was great.
You had full remission?
Yes.
Did you go back to work?
I did go back to work. I took probably 6 months after the treatment. But I've been back to work. I have been working, since COVID, I've been working remotely, which has been a blessing. But I've been back to work, taking care of, my family and life in general. It's great.
Let me ask you this. Do you have I know it sounds like such a cliche, but do you have a message for anyone watching who's dealing with a significant, serious form of any cancer is serious, but this was a really serious form of cancer. What message do you have for them other than getting the best clinical treatment, medical treatment they can? What message do you have for them?
My takeaway was I really just appreciated the little things, being able to care for my family, be there for my kids when they come home from school, being able to live a normal life. And we always take for granted everything, we're always hustling and bustling to do everything. We don't take time to appreciate, everything that we have until, there's a possibility that it won't be there. So you just have to just take a step back and appreciate life.
How old are your children?
My eldest is 14. Then I have an 11-year-old, a 7-year-old, and my little one just turned 5.
How's your health now?
Great. I'm
good?
Feeling good. I'm starting to work out. I started boot camp. It's been good.
Whoa, wait a minute. You just can't say you started boot camp. What what boot camp did you start?
My friend recommended me to a gym that does boot camp, 6 a.m. So I've already done 10 sessions. It's been fun.
Wow, I was on my Peloton bike for 20 minutes. I'm exhausted.
Oh, I'm exhausted and I can't move, but it's great.
Real quick, before I let you go, the impact of the pandemic on you and your colleagues, great nursing colleagues that they were all heroes, heroines. They were, and then afterwards, after a year or so, it was like, really? No, they're always heroes. What would you say about the impact of COVID on you and your colleagues in nursing?
So I'm more now in the office, so it doesn't impact me as much. But I know the field nurses in our office, it's been tough. A lot of burnout, and they're still, they're trudging along day in, day out, still with their full PPP because they have to. And, we're dedicated to our patients.
I love when people say it's over, right? We're past that. Well, some people can't be so cavalier. Deborah, we wish you all the best, you and your 4 children, your family, all the best and continued good health. Deborah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Adubato. That is Deborah Aschendorf. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by Bank of America, Veolia, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, MD Advantage Insurance Company, Choose New Jersey, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Summit Health, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, and by Delta Dental of New Jersey. Promotional support provided by the New Jersey Business and Industry Association, and by bestofnj.com.
Choosing a new family doctor can be confusing. Check with your health insurer to see which physicians near you participate with your plan. Find out which hospitals the doctor uses and who covers when the doctor is away. And remember to schedule an appointment with your new doctor in advance to fill out any paperwork without the added stress of being sick.